Well, I think a lot of it has to do with Jen is amazing in the performance, and one of the things, the thing that she did that was so good is she isn't a completely different person. She's like the more buttoned down version of Amelia Harcourt, the Amelia Harcourt that is not as emotionally damaged, and the Amelia Harcourt who didn't have a father who taught her how to kill from the time she was young. So she's just, but it isn't like she's like, oh God, oh God. She's not a different person. And I think that I really love how Jen played the character. We call her Thirst Court.
Thirst Court?
Thirst Court, yeah.
Okay, great.
She's, you're the first journalist to tell to reveal Thirst Court, too. Yeah, because she's kind of thirsty Harcourt. Harcourt and I we had always talked, Jen and I had talked since before we shot season 1 that Harcourt and Rick Flaggett had an affair, and were having an affair when he got killed. But beyond that, they were also friends. And Kinnaman was friends with him too. And so that that's the reason they're so negative towards Peacemaker when he comes on board at the beginning. Even though morally, obviously, Harcourt as fluid, as Peacemaker is throughout the, season 1, we see her do things that most people do not think is the right thing to do. But yeah, so that was always a part of planning out that character. I asked Joel to do me Joel and I are good friends, so I asked him to do me a favor, but I was also, wanted to give him an opportunity to do something that's purely comedic, because he's a really funny guy.
Yeah.
He's never been in a comedy his entire life. So being able to show him doing this sort of namby-pamby version of Rick Flag Jr. was so funny to me, and it's still funny. Every time I watch those scenes, I laugh out loud. I didn't shoot him. That was Greg Mottola who did an amazing job with those scenes.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
When he goes to duck behind the barrel and the lid gets knocked off, it's so good.
My favorite thing is he knocks the trash can over and then starts yelling at this guy over here for no reason, and yeah, that's my favorite bit.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun to get to play that character. And Greg Mottola, who directed that, one of the episode where you get to meet that character, was such a great partner. He's such a great director. He's got a perfect sensibility for this show, which is like a really grounded emotional center, but also having this sort of comedic sensibility that he has. So we were really lucky to have him with us, and having him help me sort of create this character and show this character for the first time. And what was really important to me was that there not be these really funny or comical differences between the two characters. I didn't want it to be like, we're making a comment about Harcourt 1. I wanted her to be her own character, and the way that I approached making sure that was very grounded, and also the way that I approached making sure that it didn't seem surface that Peacemaker only liked Harcourt for the way she looked, that he also saw some of the similarities of our Harcourt in this Harcourt, was that I wanted her to seem like the same, genetically the same Harcourt as Harcourt 1, but with a different upbringing, with less trauma in her childhood.
I think it is. It's its own entity. I think. I mean, they're obviously playing with that, right? On the surface, everything is shiny, but clearly, Chris is dealing with stuff that he's dealt with, and the family's had to deal with throughout time. And that does get sort of played out a little bit more and revealed as the season goes on, and you get to find out who that is. But it's also, from like a story point perspective, it makes it a lot easier for us to forgive the weirdness that his behavior is, because otherwise we would be like, what is happening with you? But like, because he's had these other things, we're not quite sure. Maybe he's,
they're able to write it off.
Yeah. That was that was amazing. I had to do a lot of fittings for that. You know, it was like 4 or 5 times I flew out from Los Angeles to Atlanta just to get a new fit and a new thing. And at the same time, I'm training and trying to get in the best shape. So I'm losing weight along the way. It was awesome. I think for me, I think my first day was me flying in. The first time you see Captain Triumph in his gear is me flying in and landing and giving him a fist bump, and I guess a hug. That was incredible. You know, you're up on, you're hanging 50 feet in the air, you know, on a harness with a superhero costume. Like I never thought in a million years that I would be doing that. So it was pretty awesome.
When she's like, we're teaming, you don't have to work with this eagle killer. We're teaming you up with our new agent, Rip Jagger. And then we reveal that it's Judomaster.
He screams.
I hate this guy so much. And the stuff that we shot like right after that, the continuation in the van is so funny. And Nun and I have, you know, become really good friends since season 1. And you and Na became like instant BFFs. Like before we started shooting, they were hanging out, having dinner together, you know, in Atlanta. Like it was bonkers how instantly those two bonded.
Yeah.